Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live stream. And today, yes, I am in India. We're going to celebrate our first anniversary tomorrow. All the board of directors are here with us, and it's going to be a very exciting event. And we will show the video on October 2, where I'm going to be interviewing the general manager as well as the managing director on October 2. All right, so stay tuned with us then. Now, today we have a very special treat for you, especially people from the Philippines. Right, we have the 3-star manager, but I have to correct myself with the poster. Well, first of all, I have to welcome, Mr. Christian Baluran, all right? But not forgetting, I also would like to welcome, behind the successful guy is always a lady, right? So I would like to welcome Mrs. Jasmine Baluran. Welcome. You have to unmute yourself, right, guys? And welcome to our live stream. And this is going to be an interesting one because this is the first time that in our live stream, we have a couple, right? And who I'm sure you guys have worked very hard together. All your moments of, joy as well as pain, right? At the early stages. Right now, first of all, I would like to congratulate both of you for your success. I mean, both of you are 3-star manager, all right? And it is achievable, but not an easy task. That's why we only have few 3-star managers around the world. And I get to interview most of them. And I'm sure you guys have really put in a lot of determination and hard work. Now everything is looking good. Your income is great. And, you've helped a lot of people. I would like to take you back in time when you got started, because that was the time of the pandemic, lockdowns, and wow, everything was gloomy, right? Please enlighten us. Maybe take it one step behind before you started Prife International. What were you doing? And how did you get involved? And when did you get involved? Please, husband and wife team, it's all yours, all right? Please tell us.
Yeah, so first and foremost, it's really an honor to be here with you, Dr. James, and to everyone who's actually watching right now. It is humbling to be here because our journey with Prife International is just like any journey that started from humble beginnings. We did together with my wife here, my beloved wife, and I'm just so grateful that when Dr. James told us about us being together, and I said it's just but fitting to bring in my wife because I wouldn't experience and enjoy whatever we have experienced and we are enjoying right now, if not because of my very supportive wife who's always been, together with me in this wonderful journey. So, yeah, I'd like to start by just introducing myself. So my name is Christian Eduard Artaho Baluran. Yeah, I'm married with this beautiful woman here with me. And we have 3 wonderful children. And we have one who just got in. We adopted another one. So we have 4 children with us. And during the pandemic time, it was really hard. But to just let you see what we were doing actually before we started and joined Prife International. I'm actually a nurse by profession. I used to be an educator myself, so I used to be a dean of one of the colleges of nursing here in the Philippines. So I finished my bachelor's degree in nursing, and then I've also completed my master's degree in nursing, and at the same time I had my doctorate degree as well. So we were like in the field of academics before we started doing business. And when we were introduced with this kind of industry that we are into right now, like the multi-level marketing industry or the network marketing industry, that was like more than 10 years ago. So we were given a glimpse of how powerful doing being into this particular platform and being able to touch so many people's lives. And we tasted with my wife how to be blessed abundantly during the time. And it's just so how do you put this, like, so sad, because the company did not last that long. We were just like around 2 years with that company, but despite that, we were really given a platform to enjoy what we called abundance and success. And we've seen countless of lives change as well when we brought them into the business. So that was like 10 years ago. And then when everything when that particular company folded up and closed down, I was like kind of very affected. And like, I told myself with my wife that we won't be doing this kind of business anymore, because it's difficult. It's like, wow, it's gonna be something that you would put your name and yourself at stake, and then suddenly when you put everything on it, then it can somehow close. So with that, we were like transitioning from a network marketeer. So you see my transition from an educator, a nurse, and then an educator. And then at the same time, when we start network marketing and then we fail, then I said it's better to create our own thing. So together with my wife, we just started our own business. And by God's grace, the goodness of God has always been amazing, that we were able to build our own businesses. So we have been running 3 businesses at all at the same time with my wife, and that's really quite successful. And we're really happy and enjoying the income and the abundance that it's bringing us until pandemic came. So when pandemic came, just like any other businesses out there, it has experienced a great setback. And we were like continuing that, but at the same time, there's a void inside of us. There's something inside of us we know that we are called for something greater. We are called to be a blessing to the world, and to make a difference in the world, and to make a difference to humanity. And we have that ever since. So we were like praying, and we're asking God for guidance. And lo and behold, September of last year, I was like stricken with, somehow I thought it was COVID. And for somebody like me who are in the medical background, I wouldn't be easily swayed by explanations and all stuff about products, because I am very acquainted about health, and I wanted to make sure that anything that I use and I would actually introduce to my family, I experience it myself. So September of last year, September 2021, and that's like a year now, I had a very difficult experience with my health. I was like somehow having this dry cough, tightening of the chest, and it's somehow caused me to be fearful if I could have been infected with COVID. Well, as a nurse practitioner, as a medical practitioner at the same time, I wouldn't be that bothered, because I have already a lot of aces on my sleeves to be able to combat that. But what really made me more fearful is my son. My son has this asthma, and he has been suffering this asthma since he was like 5 or 6 years old. So I was really worried about him gotten infected, or I might infect him with whatever I was experiencing in my respiratory system. And that brought me to my knees. I said, I prayed, and I was like asking and looking for an alternative solution, or anything that I could actually apply to my son, so he wouldn't, or my family would be protected with this virus that I probably had during that time. And then God is really a prayer answering God, and he answered my prayer through a friend. My friend, a very close friend of mine. In fact, he's the one who introduced this iTeraCare product to me. I'm so grateful and honored to have Brother Nathan. Brother Nathan is, we always make it as a joke when we do presentations that we are brothers from different mothers.
Yes, actually, he's in India with me right now.
Our Brother Nathan can attest to
Fun.
that.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's totally, a great guy, really. And I'm glad he introduced to you. Yes, please carry on.
Yeah, he introduced it to me, and then he called me up because for more than, as I said, I was introduced to this kind of industry 10 years ago, and that's during that time, more than 10 years ago, and that's during the time when we had a working relationship with Brother Nathan. And from that time on, after the company closed down, we were always looking for a chance to be able to work back together. And we haven't found any common background or common denominator where we can work together. And he called me and said, brother, if you can check on this product, I know that you have been you're in the medical background, you can check all blah blah blah. And they said, can you check on this? Maybe if we can see that this is something that can work and we can be of help to a lot of people, then somehow we can check it out. So I check it out, and then I was so amazed. I said, is this for real? I was like catapulted around the more than 10 years ago, because the technology that it has, which is one of the 3 core technologies, which is we have terahertz, and then we have quantum technology and optical quartz. Quantum technology is our product like 10 years, way back 10 years. And then I said, is this something for real? So I was like drawn, me and my wife, we were like drawn with this product, and we said we wanted to take hold of this product as soon as possible time. So I called up Brother Nathan and said, how can we take hold of this product, brother? He said, okay, I'm trying to just check on where we can connect. And then a few minutes later, he called up again and said, good news, brother. And then what's the good news? Good news, because there's no product in the Philippines. I said, what? I said, oh, we really have to make sure that we got to know where the source
that was
is.
the excitement, right? That was the excitement.
Yeah, I said, and then he said, oh, I was able to connect to someone, and yet they don't know how the product works and how the platform works. And
it's still new at that time, very new,
very new. And I'd like to really make mention also that a very good friend of ours is very supportive. That's Sir Gang and Sir Alan. So they link us to they said, oh, I'm gonna link you to HQ. And then, oh, that's a privilege. We were able to talk to the one who's running it, and that time it was Mr. AC Go. So we were like, oh, we told him about a story and said, they kind of shared to us that since there's no product in the Philippines, we have to pay we have to pay first before the product would have to be shipped. They said, am I hearing this right? What?
So you were taking a risk, huh? You were taking
we
a
were
risk.
really.
That's
I
right.
said, I talked to my wife. I said, I call my wife Mahal. uh, like dear beloved, like I said, Mahal, I told her, I need this product. And he was really like, he knew me. He knew me that when I'm into a product, when I'm like wanted to get something into my hands, and I would be relentless. So he said, oh, here you are again. We have already 3 businesses running, and what are we going to do? No, I'm not talking about business. I'm just talking about, I wanted to experience this product. So I finally got her convinced, and he said, okay, let's order. So imagine, we ordered, not even seeing the product, not even having an experience with the product, and we just placed an order. And from that time on, it's really all about taking risk. It's all about stepping out into the waters. It's about believing that there's something powerful, great, and an opportunity of a lifetime that it can offer. So we waited around 3 weeks, Dr. James.
Wow. 3 weeks.
We waited around 3 weeks. And
well, patience is a virtue, right? You see,
yeah, patience is a virtue.
It pays off, right?
Yeah, and
now you're achieving financial freedom right now, so it's good.
Yeah, and during that time, Dr. James, when we even did not have the product yet, because of the testimonies that I was engrossed with the testimonies, I researched, and I can remember the first time I saw it, I cannot sleep. I said, oh my gosh, this product is amazing. My mind is already running. I said, I'm gonna help a lot of people. There's something inside of me that, like, something inside of me lit up and said, this is the purpose that I was looking for. This is the desire of my heart to give back to humanity, to become a blessing to a lot of people. Because when we were doing our own traditional business, and of course we're okay, our family is okay, but there is a void. That void was like, how can we help? How can we extend? So something inside of me lit up, and it said, oh, I'm excited. So when you keep on looking and reading through all the testimonials, I told my wife, wow, if this product really works, we can really help a lot of people. And he was like, oh, here you are again. Is that I don't want you to jump into that. We haven't experienced the product yet. Is that my wife is really questioning it, like, oh my gosh, my husband is going in this road again.
Maybe at this point, I'll just bring in Mrs. Jasmine. All right.
Yeah.
So Jasmine, if I may just call you Jasmine, I mean, how did you feel?
Yeah.
I mean, when your husband decided to make a payment for a product that is going to be delivered somewhere far away, not even from the Philippines, how did you feel? Tell us.
Hi, good day, Dr. James. I'm very honored to be here right now. Yeah, to continue what Christian said, it was his excitement that really made me also say yes to him. It was his excitement because I have, for a time, and the pandemic, it's like we are all serious.
Yeah.
Everything, yeah, it's just, but when I saw him so excited, his excitement is so contagious.
Yeah.
Even me, wanting to say no, but I cannot say no to him. I can just say yes, okay. Yeah, that's really what really also number one, made me say yes to him because of his, excitement. And he was so like once again the joy, the fire, like the zest I have seen once again in him. So yeah, that's really one thing, Dr.
So it's like the eyes and everything sort of like brightens up, right?
Yeah.
Kind of,
and and he cannot sleep. And if he cannot sleep, he would always, also talk to me, and I cannot sleep too.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
that's
what happened, Christian, when you finally received the product 3 weeks later? What happened?
And this is Dr. James, yeah, this is what's more exciting even before receiving the product. When I got to really learn about how it works, of course, I'd like to also honor Nor Rashid. Very instrumental, Nor Rashid, upline Nor Rashid. Yeah,
Yes,
we
amazing
started
guy.
watching him. We started watching him. We started learning from his Zoom, even when the product is not there. And I was so caught up, and I invite him like 10 times. I always listen and go to the Zoom meeting. And when I started really feeling in love with the product, I started sharing to my family, even without any product at all. I started sharing. And then what's amazing,
Wow.
every person I talked to, they said, I want to order one, I want to order two, I want to, oh my gosh, like orders are
So
rushing, orders are coming.
they ordered as well, and they had to wait as well, the same as you.
Yeah. And this is something that is really mind-blowing, Dr. James.
That's amazing.
Because the order was already more than like 20, and there's no product yet. And I was like,
you had no product to show, and you had like
I
20,
haven't,
20
and
plus.
I don't have any product to show.
Mhm.
I just have the excitement that I was sharing, that I've seen this something, a unique, wonderful product, and it has quantum technology. It's like 2.0 with the
Yeah,
product that we used to. And I was
yeah.
just sharing that. So when we saw the opportunity, and like people were really, I was already putting my shoes in their shoes. I said,
Yeah.
this cannot go on. Why? It's because if people want to order, and if they're gonna wait as long as the time I'm waiting, then
won't work,
it's
yeah.
not gonna
Yeah.
be okay.
Mhm.
So I talk again to Jasmine, to my beloved here, said, oh Mahal, I said, I think we're gonna call an assistant. And when I say assistant, I think we're gonna call the bank. So I said, oh, we can we have to talk to. So we set up another Zoom meeting with Mr. AC Go. And I
Mhm.
said, how was the Philippines? Is there already a send? Because we already told him our intention. We said, our intention is to be able to help as many people as we can.
Yeah.
And right now, there are already people who said yes to us, and we don't want to get their money
Mhm.
without the product being ready. And he
Yeah.
said, yeah, I understand that, but the process is you need to pay before the product will be shipped. So I said, oh, come on, I have to really think about it. So, but when my wife said yes, because although I'm very excited, Dr. James, but I always honor my wife. We don't make any decision without us coming
Both
into
agreeing.
agreement.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we always
That is just a mutual respect for one another. And you know what,
yeah.
Christian, your story is exactly what's happening to countries where we don't have an office. I mean, they have to pay first, right? And then it
Yeah,
gets
we
shipped from
understand.
somewhere. So everyone
Yeah,
is, and today we are in more than 45 countries already. So it's
that's
people
right.
like you that have faith, belief, and trust, and who are pioneering, and you persevere, and you are so determined, and you diligently work the plan. That's where the reward comes in. So
That's right.
the analogy that I can use is that if you're the first one to go into the forest to cut and build a highway, later on you're the one collecting the toll. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
there is
Wow,
no,
that's great.
Christian, I think you feel fantastic, and in Tagalog is sarap na feeling, sarap, because when you get people who benefited from your sharing of the product and they use it. And at this point, maybe I would like to introduce one of your guests, right? Mr. Francisco Olokin. I hope I pronounced correctly. But I would like to introduce him because he has something to share. All right. And yes, Mr. Francisco, I believe you have your story. Can you please unmute? And you have a wonderful story to share because it's a positive one, and that is related to your mother-in-law. Am I right? Can you please unmute? We cannot hear you. Can you please unmute? Yeah, if you can hear us. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we need him to unmute. He hasn't unmuted yet. So,
Okay,
all right.
can you hear
So,
me now?
yeah. So please tell us your story. Yeah.
Yeah, first and foremost, good morning, everyone. Good evening. I was so fortunate and so happy for giving this opportunity to share my experience in our business, especially doing therapy because myself, by the way, I'd like to introduce first myself. I'm Mr. Francisco Olugin, and I'm a safety officer. I came to this business because of my friend Margot Auditor, my direct upline. So he was the one who introduces me this business, this device. So I was so happy, and now I would like to share what happened after he introduces the device to me. So I was get interested because when he introduces me the device, my mother-in-law get really a very serious problem on her health. So to give a background, what happened? My mother-in-law was bedridden for 10 months. He is provided with all the medication, food supplement, and well taken care of, and yet his physical condition is really getting let's say it's deteriorating. So the family really get so sad. And so when I get the device, I start right away to my mother-in-law. So this was really a great challenge on my part to test how good is this device, because I was still wondering, let's see if this really device works. So this is what happened. On my first 3 days therapy of my mother, since she is already bedridden, and the food that she is intaking is has to be blended. It has to be passed in the blender so that she can intake the food. So she is very weak already, and the face so looks so sad, and has the difficulty to remove bowel, and the digestive system is really very poor. So after the 3 days therapy, very amazing. And the first thing that I noticed, the skin on her face, on her arms, it's like glowing. It's really there was a sudden change on her appearance. So it looks like there's a hope changing on her appearance. So because the face really looked glowing. So I was so happy for that. And then she began to sit down by herself because she could hardly sit down without the aid of my um, member from the family who look after her, especially my father-in-law, because she is the one looking after my mother-in-law. So it's like for better for worse, they really help each other. So what happened in my first 3 days therapy? There was already a good result, but then after the 6 days therapy, much more good things happened because my mother-in-law, we found out that the the one that there is look what we call that inflammation in the near in his anus, in her anus. So that's the reason why she could hardly sit down. But we found out after 6 days therapy that inflammation is gone, so she can now sit down properly. She was so happy for that. And then after the 6 days therapy, we're so happy because she told us that she doesn't want to eat the one that is passed through blender. She's already asking the normal food like eating rice and normal dried fish or any viand that is already not passed through blender. So meaning, in other words, she's already taking normal food. So we're so
So
happy for that because
within
we, we
within 6 days, she's having a much improved quality of life, right?
yes,
And she can
exactly,
sit and she can eat normal food
normal
without the
food.
blender. Yeah, and her
Yes,
digestive
exactly.
system, passing motion, is it better also?
Yeah. So we found out that her digestive system had really improved a lot because she is already eating normal food. Okay.
Amazing.
So
Yeah.
after 10 days, much more amazing because she began to stand up and go to the CR and do the herself removing bowel and go urinate. So so much improvement on her physical condition, and then later my father-in-law brought her out to the garage and enjoy the sunlight and under the sun. So the family was really so happy because my mother-in-law was really very sick already. So he did not expect that to happen that quick for 10 days. Amazing result. So because of that, I really thanks God for this instrument, this device that was brought in our family that really helped a lot. So I was so much touched with that. That's why uh, before Margot introduced me this device, I said, "Oh come on, this is multi-level marketing again. No way, Margot, I won't go. I won't go for that." But then when I learned that it's a device, so I gave a try, and I did not regret for that because our product is really done deal. As Sir Christian have been telling it to our Zoom presentation that the product is done deal, and I really agree 101% that the product is really done deal. So
Thank
I'm
you.
so
Thank you.
happy for that. So I start caring and sharing, and now I'm building my own group in
Yeah.
Australia. I'm so happy
Wow.
that thanks
So
God.
now not only are you negative about MLM, but now you're very positive because now you're building now you are a networker.
Yeah, that's
Right?
right.
Yeah. So
This
that's
is
really incredible transformation.
that's true, Dr. James. I was
Yeah.
really so happy because this is my first time that I joined in networking system or networking company that almost all my family joined.
Mm.
They joined the business, they buy the product and tested it, and all of them are really amazed and have their own personal result. That is why my family now is doing the business. So I'm so happy and thankful to God
And
that
thanks
this
to a wonderful upline, Mr. Christian, who supports you, you are able to sponsor Australia. Am I right?
he is really very supportive, Dr.
I'm sure
James.
he is. Yeah, he's a
The
good guy.
one He's
Amazing
the one
upline.
doing all the presentation, the training. So I was so happy with both of them, uh, Jasmine. So they're really very good couple. I really thank God for bringing them to me.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Francisco Olugin, for your wonderful sharing. And I wish you and your family all the very best in health. And for you, also health and wealth. At Prife International, we believe that health is important, but wealth is important too, right? So we, actually provide a genuine opportunity. And for those of you guys who are watching for the first time our live stream and also the recorded version, you heard it from Mr. Francisco, who is networking for the first time, and you heard from Christian, who sort of gave up in the idea of networking because the first company that he was involved in MLM collapsed, and 10 years later, this is where he is right now, and together with Mrs. Jasmine Baluran, both of them are enjoying the fruits of their labor, so as to speak. About a year ago, right? September, that's when they started. So it's amazing. And thank you, Francisco. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, sharing from Mr. Francisco, which is awesome. Within a short period of time, his mother-in-law was able to enjoy a better quality of life, and that is huge. And I always say this: nothing is too small. You know what I mean? Just a pain. Someone is taking a painkiller and it gets relief. That's huge for that particular person. That's huge. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to bring back husband and wife team, wonderful, loving husband and wife team. This, this business
Thank you.
is so amazing. Wow. I mean, you guys now 3-star, right? And I'm sure you're going for Sapphire and higher. And wow, you guys are doing pretty good, awesome. And in terms of your network, I don't know if you count, how many countries now your network has grown into? How many countries?
Well,
You
although
didn't count.
we really did not count, but
Yeah.
we're really grateful that for the very first time in our experience with network marketing, that our group has expanded to what Sir Francisco here just saying. We're building Australia right now. We have group in Canada. We have group in the US. We have group in Africa. We have group expanding to Europe. So it's amazing. We are in the Philippines and we are expanding all over the world, and we have been touching so many lives, and a lot of lives has been changed and transformed because of this wonderful product. So this truly is a gift. I can never be overemphasize that this product has already changed a countless of lives as far as health is concerned, and more so that there's an opportunity also, Dr. James, and I think that's equally important to mention.
Well,
That,
I was about to ask both of you that question. How has the Prife International opportunity changed your lives?
Can I answer that, Mahal, or you wanna say?
Yeah, it is an answered prayer. Dr. James, of course, we really know that although we more than the money, it's really, you're living your life with a purpose. But I also agree that money is also equally important, because our right now, Christian and I have been, again, talking about our dreams, our goals, and our, if before, because we are like, our budget, our finances is tight, but right now, if there are people who would like to, help, you can now extend help. You can now, it's really different now. We have really seen how the Lord uses Prife International to really bless us financially. And we really thank God. Dr. James, this is really, an answered prayer. This Prife International and the product is really, a gift to us. So that's really, for me, I'm the wife, and I'm always the one who's do the budgeting. I always
I was about to say that. The
budget,
finances,
the finances, that the mother. But right now, although we can, of course, there is also like it doesn't mean that when you are earning, you just spend your money.
No, I don't think you do that. I think you
Yes,
invest wisely, and I know you guys are
right now we are more wiser, with
Yes.
our finances,
Yes.
that's it.
You see, the way I look at this is that your main focus was to help people. And
That's right.
from what Mr. Christian said, he couldn't sleep when he saw the thing, because he was thinking of how to help people. And that was the driving force, right? Money just
Exactly.
followed. The money just came naturally.
That's right.
It was from his passion to help humanity
That's right.
that the rewards came naturally.
That's right. That's right.
Amazing. You know, it's already 40 minutes. I tell you guys, we can go on and talk for another hour, but I don't think the viewers want that. I just want to take this opportunity to thank both of you and to congratulate both of you. And I'm sure you will go to greater heights. I'm very sure of that. You won't stop at 3-star. I'm very sure. Okay. And I would like to wish all of you, you and your family and everybody, you know, a happy life, because ultimately that's what we want, right? And you already have the financial part of it taken care of because of your love for humanity and wonderful product. And now with 7 Wonders, it's going to help more people,
Wow.
right? So in combination with 7 Wonders water and THz energy, make it, you know, fully charged. Wow, it's going to be amazing. So thank
That's
you,
right.
thank you on behalf of the management, Mr. Francisco. We would like to thank you as well, and God bless everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you, Dr.
James.
James.
Yeah, and well, guys, there you go. You've heard it from this wonderful couple and also Mr. Francisco, and I hope you enjoy this version of the live stream. And yeah, stay tuned with us. Next week, we'll be going to Down Under. We're going to interview a successful leader from Australia. At this point in time, I'll keep you in suspense. I won't reveal her name yet, but she's awesome. All right. So that will be next week. And the week after that will be India, you see. So at Prife International, we are already in more than 45 countries. And yeah, I have the best job in the world. I get to interview all the wonderful stories everywhere. And it's making me feel fantastic. And I love you all. Thank you for being with us, and all the best. And see you again next time.
Medical disclaimers. iTera Classic and iTera Pro are not medical devices. The information provided on our website is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you are seeking medical advice, diagnoses, or treatment. Prife International shall not be liable for risks or issues associated with using or acting upon the information on our website. Prife International shall not be liable or responsible for the actions, misrepresentations, or negligence of our members who are independent contractors.